Welcome to my second ever YouTube video. If you don't know what's going on here, you should go watch my first video first. Because this time, I'm not gonna explain myself. If you know who I am and what's going on, good. But if you don't, then, I don't know, figure it out. So let's take a look at all the footage I've got for this sketchbook spread. And let's hear what I have to say about it. Alright, so I started this by trying to create the illusion that I recorded the sketching process. I don't do that. See? I put that one away real quick. So here's a bit of behind the scenes content that I cut out of my previous video. When I do these like snap transitions, I start off by just snapping in front of the camera over and over. Give myself some options, I guess. But I think we got it, we're good. Yeah, I think we got it. Okay. Stop. Stop! Oh my god! See, I thought it was a good idea to show some more behind-the-scenes footage, but, well, I was wrong. Just because an idea is new doesn't mean that it's good. So was it worth it? No. So, on my channel recently, I did a poll, and I asked you guys what I should talk about, and the winning result, much to my surprise, was my characters and their lore. So yeah, today I present to you Harper and Leo. Leo's all over the screen. And check out some Harpers. And one more. Real quick, there's a very loud lawnmower playing in the background of this clip, and my pencil pouch makes a return at the bottom there. Anyway, so Harper is probably my most drawn OC. He's super easy for me to draw since he's existed since like 2008, and that much you can definitely tell. I mean, look at that hairstyle. Oh, and Harper is a oh no! Oh god. I got sick last month and I have a residual cough, so that'll be fun. Oh, and Harper is a boy, by the way. I forget that sometimes that is a surprise to people. If anyone thought Harper was a girl, though, it doesn't really matter. I tend to refer to him as a boy, and he started off that way, but he's evolved into more of an androgynous character over the years. Case in point, he's wearing a dress on the next page. In this spread, I'm depicting Leo and Harper's relationship dynamic. As the creator of these characters, I can confirm that Leo does in fact have a thing for Harper. But does Harper have a thing for Leo? I don't know, maybe. Oh, okay, pause. In this clip right here, it takes me like 25 seconds to start inking. Another pause. In the middle of editing this, a bird flew into my house. And an animal control guy had to come get it, see? Okay, anyway, what were we talking about? Inking. In order to get clean lines and not screw it up, I really need to sort of position my hand just right. One wrong move and it's all over. I have naturally unsteady hands, and at this point, there's not a whole lot left I can do to, like, fix that. And I know some people are like, no, you just have to keep practicing, you know, train your hand to blah blah blah. No, I don't think so. Sometimes I think you just have shaky hands. Ooh, oh my god, hold on. Do you see that cat? That cat's name is Bonkers. As in, the cat's government name is the word bonkers. He's Harper's cat, and the name Bonkers was inspired by this Tumblr post about The Sims. Bonkers is a f***ing cat that does appear in The Sims 2 as part of the Pets expansion pack, I believe. His interests are weather, toys, and animals. And here's his personality chart that I found on The Sims wiki. And the only reason why I'm sharing this information is because I have decided that all of this info applies to Harper's Bonkers as well. Oh, got more snaps. I could cut these, but I won't, because I kind of need the time to explain the next bit. So I started working on these pages at my parents' house, and I brought my supplies with me, in a shoebox, which I'll get back to. But I really only brought my red and blue supplies, plus skin tones. So I was in a bit of a pickle when I colored in the skin, and thought, oh my god, Leo looks so pink, this is the wrong skin tone. So normally, in order to fix this, I would use my Prismacolor colored pencils to adjust the color with some layering, but the only Prismacolors I brought were the red and blue ones. And all I had access to at my parents' house were Crayolas. Oh, you can hear Drew Gooden in the background, by the way.
What is it? Why is it? And how the fuck did we get here?
Anyway, I thought this whole situation would make for some good video content, so I recorded the process. I just kept layering and layering with these Crayolas, just trying to sort of desaturate the pink skin. I'm not really sure what I was hoping would happen, but I did it anyway, and then, 3 minutes later... Whoa! It didn't work. Not even a little bit. Why do I even bother? Oh, at the end here, I do a rare zoom out, and you can see me sitting cross-legged in my camo pants. Okay, so it turned out that Leo's skin tone was actually fine. Once I colored in his hair, it looked better. I guess the white hair on Leo just made him look kind of feverish. So what did we learn? I don't know. Speaking of white hair, in this spread I have depicted Harper with it, and I chose to use this light blue to shade it, which was the wrong choice because this was the only blue I had that was light enough, while I had multiple grays that I could have layered colors with, and the final result sucks. But it's fine, because I learned never to use this marker for his hair again, and I haven't since. Also, another guest appearance, you can hear Jenny Nicholson in the background of this clip.
Then she said, I'm not going to copy their mistakes.
Can I do that? Can I just, like, play random clips of other YouTubers talking? I'm sure it's fine. It's all muffled anyway. Okay, so a bit ago, I recorded myself talking more about Harper's hair, and I ended up cutting it out because... Like, come on, really? Hair? But, at this point, I'm kinda struggling to come up with things to talk about, so, fuck it. Let's talk about Harper's hair. Roll the tape. So, if you missed it, there was some on-screen text earlier mentioning that Harper sometimes has brown hair too. Harper gets 2 hair colors, and I'll just quickly explain why. In early 2020, I decided I wanted to completely overhaul the story these characters are from. And part of that overhaul was changing at least one little tiny thing about everyone's design to sort of differentiate the 2 eras, I guess. And Harper's change was going from brown hair to white hair. And that was because my characters all have their special little hero outfits, I guess you can call them, and Harper's happened to have white hair, and I thought it looked cool, so it became full-time white hair. But then, you know, I kinda missed the brown hair. I liked how it looked, it suited him, and so I came up with an in-story reason for him to occasionally switch hair colors. And if you're curious about the reason, you're just gonna have to hope that I write the story someday. This next clip bugs me because I already had some perfectly fine colored pencil blush added to Leo's face, but for some reason, I felt the need to go back and add more, and then it looks worse, so like, why did I do that? A recurring theme throughout this video is gonna be me struggling to interpret my past self's behavior. Seriously, in some of these, I cannot even imagine what was going through my head at the time, so stick around for more of that. Another thing that bothered me about that last clip was the lighting. It was, not good. It was very yellow. But, about 6 clips ago, I relocated from my parents' house back to my apartment, so there's a slight lighting improvement, but not really. It's either yellow or my hand is casting a shadow. It was a while before I got any proper lamps for video lighting. I would just rely on natural light, and I would just, shit, where was I going with that? In these next few clips, I was surprised and kinda sad to hear some work meetings going on in the background. I used to have this really great, fully remote job where I could just get all my work done and then work on my art. But then, the company shut down and I got laid off last December. But you know, if I didn't get laid off, I probably never would have started making these videos. And whether or not that is a good thing remains to be seen. Well, my unemployment checks have run out by now, so maybe I'll make a Patreon or something. I don't know. Watch to the end or check the description to see if I did. Okay, now this clip here has a lot going on for it, so... First of all, can I have everyone's attention? Bonkers has been colored in. I repeat, Bonkers has been colored in. Second of all, I really messed up Harper's arm. It's too long, and the shoulder is like fully dislocated. I do try to address this later though, so stay tuned. Now, third of all, look at that red ink smudge. I never really see anybody talk about how messy using Copics can be if you're not careful. Whenever I use my Copics, I always get little ink stains on my fingertips. See, look at these. It could have something to do with how I hold the markers, but that ink gets on my fingers immediately. Actually, it doesn't even matter how careful I am. Some kind of mess will get made. And, finally, this clip goes in and out of No! This clip goes in and out of Oh no! What do I say here if I can't say this? Fuck. This clip loses focus a lot. And this was before I knew that you could lock... Oh my god. You know what? Just read the text. This is exactly why I was so hesitant to make voice content for so long. I can't talk good. I'm not even saying that to like be funny, by the way. I actually do have a mild speech impediment. I have a bit of a stutter. So recording this voiceover is actually really challenging for me. I think I've done okay though. For the most part. Also, I don't have to be including these bloopers. I could totally cut all of them out, but I think they're funny. Okay, this next clip has some nice ASMR marker sounds, but unfortunately, I'm f***ing breathing like right into the microphone like a gross freak. I love that I had like zero foresight with this kind of stuff. The possibility of using this clip for anything but a 10-second TikTok did not occur to me, and now here we are. And would you look at that? The first page is done. So Harper on the bottom left here has unshaded hair for 2 clips in a row, but then it's shaded in the last one. Which I just thought was funny, because that means I recorded these nice, sweeping final shots, noticed there was a mistake, hastily went back in to fix it, and recorded another final. Oh geez. So, I thought long and hard about splitting this video into 2 parts, and I know that I probably should, and I said the exact same thing in my last video. But I'm still not gonna do it because I didn't think about it till just now. And I feel like I've got a good groove going. You know, I got a decent pace here, so I don't want to just cut it and ruin it, so let's keep going. Okay, so one thing to know about me is that I talk to myself frequently. I mean, I'm kind of doing it right now. And sometimes when I talk to myself, you can hear it in these clips. Not so much in my previous video, because I guess I was just really in the zone, really focused, but you can hear a couple in this one, so what does my 2021 self have to say? Whatever. I don't know why I said that. I don't know what was so whatever about that clip. It was just line art. I didn't mess up or anything, so yeah, I don't know. Anything else? I don't want anyone to see my hand. Well, that was weird. Let's talk more about these OCs, huh? So, as stated in my last video, these pages were inspired by those ship dynamic memes. You may or may not know the ones. Before, I had done rivals with romantic tension, and now we're tackling an absolute classic, a fan favorite, the Grumpy and Sunshine, which is very corny when I hear it said out loud. But you know, it's a widely enjoyed dynamic, though what I've drawn here doesn't really seem like that, does it? Only really in that first drawing on the other page does Leo seem grumpy. The rest are all pretty friendly and vaguely romantic interactions. And you know why? It's because Harper makes Leo a little less grumpy. Yeah. You know what? Hey, can I say something? When I was searching for like Grumpy and Sunshine memes to showcase a few seconds ago, you know what came up in my search? Grumpy Bear and Sunshine Bear ship art. As in like the Care Bears. Let's move on. Oh god, more snaps. Okay, actually this did remind me that I never showed, like, the final version of the previous snap, so let's see that real quick. Cool. Anyway, in this clip, it appears that I am moving some supplies out of the way, probably so I could zoom out some more. Oh, and that paintbrush, I use that to brush away eraser dust, if anyone was wondering. Yeah, no, we're skipping these. Reveal. God, it's so stupid. Okay, so Leo's big creepy smile here is making me think I should explain what's happening in this interaction. But I feel bad that Leo and Harper are getting some lore while Skylar and Claire did not get hardly any, so crash course. My characters have powers sometimes. Claire has steel powers, Skylar has light powers. Claire and Skylar lead opposing teams that are fighting over some stupid shit. Leo, who has fire powers, works under Skylar, along with a mystery character. Claire's team consists of 2 mystery characters. Harper, meanwhile, is a free agent. He has weather powers and can't control them. Leo meets Harper under some weird circumstances and offers to help him hone his power. That is what's happening in this interaction, hence Leo's big smile in response to Harper's little cloud. God. Wait, did you hear that? What was that? Rewind. Did you hear that little beep sound? Well, that was me. I made that beep sound. Sometimes, when I tap the record button in the camera app, I say, boop, out loud, to myself. And what about it? If I keep making videos like this, It's gonna be really fun to go through all the footage because my past self never would have guessed in a million years that anything going on behind the camera would ever see the light of day. Here's Harper's dress that I mentioned earlier. When it comes to formal wear, I just like gowns and stuff better than suits, and Harper feels the same because I decided that he does. In my last video, I stopped a few times to play some ASMR marker sounds, and I haven't done that yet. Maybe I shouldn't do it at all, but I'll just do this one in case anyone was missing it. And that one's kinda lame. You can't really hear that one. At least I wasn't breathing into the microphone. So, at first I recorded myself trying to explain my technique here for coloring with the Copic, and I realized that I just can't really describe it that well. So I advise you to just watch my coloring here, if you're interested in my technique. Though, if you have any specific questions, go ahead and ask. I can maybe address them in a future video. Though this clip might be a tad misleading because it's sped up. Not by a whole lot, but still, just keep that in mind. Oh, there's another YouTuber in the background.
What is this man name? This god?
As well as some more heavy breathing from me. Jesus Christ, why am I doing that? I think it's because I sometimes hold my breath when I'm recording. I don't know why. It's probably nerves. Or maybe it helps me focus, I don't know. Okay, as we're nearing the end of this second page. Shit. As we're nearing the end of the second page, I would like to circle back around to something I mentioned a while ago. And I brought my supplies with me, in a shoebox, which I'll get back to. So back when I was preparing to make TikToks of the sketchbook spread, I recorded a few clips of me opening up the shoebox of supplies. But when I was collecting the footage for this video, I could not find the shoebox clips. Only place I could find one was in the original TikToks that I made. So, I just thought it was worth mentioning that all of the raw, original shoebox footage is now lost media. Put that into the iceberg. And on that note, both pages are done. I just need to add the fun little details now. But I'm gonna use the next two clips to do some quick yapping. So, throughout this video, I struggled to find things to talk about, and that's probably because I really don't have a vision for these long videos. All I know is that I wanted to make these sketchbook compilations just more interesting to watch, and all this random, semi-related commentary is all I've got. So, I want to ask, what do you guys think? Do you like the random commentary, or would you rather I focus on one thing? Or should I be doing something else entirely? Does my pngtuber even need to be here? If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. Any feedback, I would be delighted to hear it. That sounded sarcastic, but I'm serious. I'm still like a microscopic creator in the grand scheme of YouTube. So, you people have an opportunity to shape me into the content creator of your dreams. Within reason. Okay, switching gears. I have a clip like this in my previous video, and my friend was surprised by how I evidently wrote in this text with no guidelines. Well, I think I did have guidelines last time, but I don't think I did here, and I can just tell by the second row of text. It's crammed in there. Okay, there's a mystery to solve in this one. Listen carefully. What the hell was that? It sounded like I uncap a marker, then tap with the marker, put the cap back on, and then I put the calligraphy in. Now that don't make no sense. If anyone would like to theorize as to what that was, be sure to let me know in the comments because I'd like to know too. It's probably so obvious what it is, I'm just stupid. So in this clip here, I'm just doing some writing. It's kinda outdated, but you can pause and read it if you want. At the end of this, I hesitate and stop. I wonder why. My past self is fascinating. Oh, here's me freehanding without guidelines again. I'm sure it looks fine to you, but not to me. Those sweat drops look wrong. Oh my god, here's a flop clip that never got used, and you'll see why. I used the X-Acto knife to cut out the shape from the washi tape. I struggled to get a hold of it, and then finally removed it and the camera was out of focus. Hey, remember when I said I would address Harper's horrifically disfigured arm? Well, here you go. I just covered it with some tape. Well, kind of. All I really covered was the elbow, since that was bothering me the most. Now there was a much better tape rip, and so was the one right after it. Though I try a different approach for a new thing I didn't do in my last video. So, I'm about to put a sticker on Harper's shirt, because I had seen journaling videos where people use tweezers to apply stickers and shit to their pages, and I did not realize until later that they were using craft tweezers. I didn't know those were a thing. So, this little gray kitty is being pasted on using the same tweezers that I use on my eyebrows. Hey, look at that, we're done, we finished it. Yes, we got all the way to the end, almost. We still have a little bit left, but still. That's 2 for 2, baby. If you watched this far, thank you so much again. I assume if you watched this far, you had also watched this far on the previous one, but if you hadn't, if you watched this far and you had not seen the first video, what the heck are you doing? I appreciate it though. Wait, what's this? What's going on here? What are these? Are these just my supplies? Why did I record these? I don't recall ever using these for anything. Do you mean to tell me that I kept these clips that I never used for anything, and I didn't keep the clip of the shoebox? Oh, I guess we'll never know. Here's the meticulous layout that I put together for an aesthetic Instagram post. And I just so happened to take a video of it, so here it is. I don't do this anymore, it's just not worth the effort. I don't care how nice it looks in the end. It's not worth it. I can use it in the thumbnail though, so it worked out. Okay, great job everyone, we made it to the end, we're done, except last time I did a thing where I went back and recorded a new clip showing what the sketchbook spread looks like now, so I'll do that again, just for consistency. Okay, here it is, still in pretty good shape. One thing does jump out at me though, I should tape this down, because I'm remembering now that it would fall out a lot when I first put it in. What else? There's a little rip right here, there's bonkers. Let's see, there's this yellow spot, which I think is from the next page, yes. Whoa, come back to the next video. Yeah, all this bleeds to the back. So yeah, this one held up pretty good. There's some red bits on Harper's shirt here. But yeah, looking good. Nothing else to say. Okay, take 2. Great job everyone, we made it to the end, we're done. Like, actually finished, there's no more footage. That is it. If you made it this far, thank you for your sacrifice. So, let's reflect. I have 1 million things I could say about this video. I could definitely talk for another 10 minutes. But I can boil down everything I want to say into one sentence, which is, I don't like this video as much as the first one. Yes, I planned things out a lot better this time. I didn't even have to take any voiceover breaks. And at the end of the previous video, I made a list of things I could improve upon, and my report card, which is scrolling behind me, came back fine. 3 out of 5 things improved. Not bad. But I think it was more fun when everything was a complete mess. It's just not as funny when things work out like they're supposed to, you know what I mean? But it doesn't matter what I think. I want to know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions, opinions, any feedback about either of my videos, go ahead and let me know in a comment. We're in the early stages of this channel and we can go anywhere from here. Oh, one thing though, I would very much like to hear some title suggestions. So far, these videos are such random collections of nonsense that I really do not know what else to call them other than like sketchbook commentary. So if anyone has a better idea for a title, tell me please. I might even try some of them out. My first video got over 1,000 views thanks to some lucky Instagram reels, and that might not ever happen again. So the standard for success is higher now, and I kinda wish it wasn't because now the imaginary pressure is on, but if even 10 people watch this far, that's good enough for me. So I hope this video was worth the wait, and I hope the next one will be too. In fact, the next one should have less of a wait because it will be in 2 parts. Mark my fucking words. Oh, I did make a Patreon and a Ko-fi. I don't have anything on those right now, but There's links in the description with some more details. I will be more annoying about this in the future. Not right now. Alright, and that's a wrap. One last huge thank you to all of you who have watched all the way to the end here, and to all the people who have been anxiously awaiting this video. I hope it wasn't too much of a disappointment. If it was, I'm sorry, but thank you for giving it a try anyway. Okay, we're so close to being done. Just like the video, subscribe, leave a comment if that's your thing, whatever, I don't care. Do it all, do none, doesn't matter. But thank you for watching. Until next time, farewell. I should go back and get rid of the part where I cough, because I didn't have any other coughing fits after this one. That kinda sucks. That would've been funny, I think. There's a bird inside the house. What do I do? Oh gosh!